Turn up the volume. We need to talk about the president breaking his silence on the $130,000 payment he made to Stephanie Clifford, most commonly known as Stormy Daniels. Speaking to reporters on board Air Force One, he denied ever knowing about the money paid to Clifford by his attorney, Michael Cohen. Please listen.
Did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels? Then why did Michael Cohen make this if there was no truth or allegation?
Well, you have to ask Michael Cohen. Michael's my attorney, and you'll have to ask Michael.
Do you know where he got the money to make that payment?
No, I don't know.
Did you ever set up a fund of money to pay his for?
Wow, they were having such a good time watching the Masters on Air Force One. I'm pretty sure Michael Cohen's on vacation right now. All that ended right after that. The White House, of course, has denied the president had an affair. Michael Cohen's attorney says in part, quote, "This is an accurate assessment of the facts. Michael Cohen made the payment to protect reputation, family, and business. It had nothing to do with the election." Attorney Midwin Charles joins me now. Midwin, this is the first time the president has spoken out about any payment. Why is this a big deal?
Well, it's a big deal because it essentially acknowledges the fact that the non-disclosure agreement exists, and he knows and he's aware about it. But what's interesting about this is a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement is a contract. And contracts have various different elements in order for them to be valid. You need an offer. You need acceptance. You need consideration. You need capacity. And you need a meeting of the minds. Consideration, basically, is the benefit which must be bargained between the parties. Here, $130,000 from Michael Cohen, and on the other hand, from Stephanie Clifford, her silence. So for Donald Trump to say that he's not aware of the $130,000 payment, that's a crucial element of this contract for it to be valid. So essentially, how can you enforce a contract that isn't valid? He's suing her to try to put it into arbitration.
But here's what I don't get. What happens from here? We hear from Michael Cohen. We hear from Avenatti. Why don't I hear from any DA's office? Why don't I hear any actual action that would impact Cohen?
Well, I don't think you're going to hear from a district attorney's office. I don't know that there's anything criminal going on here. I know that there are definitely some instances where this might be in violation of the Federal Election Commission. So that's different. But I don't know that there are any crimes here that have arisen. This is definitely a matter that belongs in civil court. And I think what Michael Avenatti is going to do, and I think he's been quite masterful of balancing defending her quite zealously, but also always being on the offense, which I think makes a very good defense attorney. And I think what he's going to do, and I think he said it already, is he's going to try to depose Donald Trump. He tried before, filed a motion, and it was denied, but only because the judge said it was premature. Now I don't think that it is, because you have Donald Trump on record saying he didn't know about the $130,000. So now, guess what? He gets to be asked questions about that.
Avenatti says Trump completely threw Cohen under the bus from an ethics standpoint.
Oh, sure he did.
He did?
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Absolutely he did. He said, oh, he's my attorney, ask my attorney. The problem is, as an attorney, you cannot engage in a contractual obligation on behalf of your client without telling your client. You can't do that. It's in violation of the professional rules of responsibility. So he definitely threw him on the bus. But again, this is Trump being consistent. He often does that with the people who work for him.
This is Trump being Trump. Michael Cohen, I have a feeling your vacation is over. Midwin Charles, thank you so much. Coming up.